listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I can't get this to work. All right. I'm blurry and it's not going to go. I can't get myself in focus. I've been trying the whole intro to get my face in there. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your blurry host, now sharper than ever, Rich Giordano. It is Saturday for the UK, in the UK, time for the UK, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UK time. February 25th, 2023. Hope you're all okay. Tonight's going to be a good one. They're selling it again. Jeremy Corbell, Jeremy Lakeside Groundhog Corbell's weaponized credulity tonic. Flying freaking pyramids, brah. He doubled down. Have you seen this guy, man? He is just going all out on calling everybody a fake, a fraud, a liar. Isn't it great to watch the hypocrisy? He's the one. My thing is, who in their right mind? Because Jeremy Corbell hasn't put anything out that can be verified, legit, proven. Can we all agree on that? Thank you. Because it's true. What Jeremy Corbell can't do is prove shit. Much different finding some secret passages or some new ancient technology we just can't figure out. See, that's real. And that's what I like about tonight's show. You can go out, go to these places, look at the markings, look at the evidence yourself, compare it to wind erosion, water erosion, spinning blades, spinning, anything to make these cuts into these 2 to 100 ton blocks that some were moved hundreds of miles away from. How? On the little boats? Did you see the boats that the Egyptians made? They're barely in the water. They would tip over. There's no way they're carrying tons and tons of. Yeah. We'll talk about it. I got to get Brian Forster back on the show. We're going to look at an interview we did last year, a year and a half ago with him, which got cut off by a thunderstorm, and we never finished. Yeah, it was weird. He'll come back, I hope. I don't know. Maybe he will. It's been long enough. Maybe he won't remember. But we got a lot of good stuff tonight to go over. Some interesting things about what they found in the Sphinx. Leon Sphinx. That's Leon, yeah. I know it's sphincter. Anyway, and some secret passages, which are cool. Some technology that has been almost dismissed, that it can be what it is. Like the Antikythera machine, the computer. Do I have the picture of it here? It's right behind me. But very strange, very strange. All right, let's do a little bit of, we're going to talk ancient technology, secret passages, UFO and alien news, and vidiots. Right here on Goof On. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's roll call time. We're going to do this in under 2 minutes flat. Samantha Morris, the kitty cat. Welcome to the show. Diane Boss. Welcome to the show. Jeff Garvey, not Steve. Welcome to the show. Brookes. Howdy doody, fresh and fruity. Jeff Garvey here. What do you say there? Oh, did I already say hi? All right, welcome again. That was weird. Brookes, again? All right. Intergalactic Overhaul. Welcome to the show. Kevin, pff, welcome to the show. Whip it. Pff. Whip. And that's it. Nobody else is here. Just like when we first started. Hexen, welcome to the show. Yeah, this is weird. Hellfire Studios. I almost said Hellfire Saturday because you wrote Saturday in there. Bernie Muro. I saw the super. Getting to it. Hexen, welcome to this show. Moody Mongol, everybody. Welcome to the show. Scott Morian. Welcome to the show. Foghorn Leghorn. The show welcomes you, my friend. That's a special something. Sky Allen. What's up? Scott Blight. Howdy do. Welcome to the show. Dave Bailey. How are you, Chief? What? Huh? Renee Cruisin. What's up, Renee? Long time no seesaw. Alfie Joe Bob. I know you were here a few days ago. I saw you, but feels like forever. Searchin. Seek and destroy. Hold on. I thought I heard something. Stephen Karn, welcome to the show. And your significant other. Arizona Lerps, good to see you, man. Yeah, nice. Thank you. And Vitska, good to see you too. Look, I tell you that Thomas Fessler was throwing his phone yesterday. I think it's only because it's iPhone. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I don't know. What, he had a what do you call it? A temper on air? What's up, Bernie Muro? Throwing down the first super chat of the night. It's a super dono. A dono has no sticker, no comment. It's just pure love. When there's nothing in there, it's just love. A super dono from Bernie Muro. First one of the night. You can help support Goof On the same exact way. Super chat, super sticker, or PayPal, Cash App, or join Goof On. All the links are in the show description. We are supported by the public, and everything goes right back into the show. I mean, right back in. You know what I mean? Thank you, Bernie. And a lot of this will be going towards a lot of things happening now. Now, starting next weekend. Oh, shit. I can't. I have to watch my parents' house till next Saturday. So in 2 Saturdays from now, not next week, but the week after, and during the week. I was going to go out today and do the man on the street thing. But I couldn't. Yeah. It sucks because they're having a little, like a party. They closed down the main road downtown and people are walking. It's going to happen tomorrow, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. But people are walking around, shopping and looking at stuff. It's pretty interesting. So tomorrow, I'll get that. That'll be fun. I don't know if I'm just going to put that straight to the members first. I think I will. And that'll be interesting. Thank you, Bernie Miro, throwing it down. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Appreciate that. Lays and Blaze, nice to see you. First time here, maybe second, but glad you gave it a look-see. Hey, Rebecca. Welcome to the show. Andy Cowley throwing down a $2, 2-pound, 2-quitter. It's a super dono. It's just all love. We're secure in that here, Goof On. Yeah, everybody gets love here. Regardless of what you heard. This is the place to be. It is for the truthful things in ufology, as I see it. Oh, truthology for ufology for you. Goof on you. Goof on University is coming back at the end of every month, the last Sunday of every month. So is that tomorrow? Looks like we're doing a Goof on University tomorrow. That'll be a good show. I'm not going to tell you what it is till we get there. No reason to get excited. It's a pop quiz, pop everything. Tomorrow's going to be fun. I'm going to make it interesting. We're going to take tests. We're going to have pop quizzes. I'm going to see what you learned. I'm going to see what you know. And I'm going to see what I get wrong. And then it'll be good. Tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Andy Cowley, G bless, man. And alien bless you and yours. We say alien bless here because aliens are godlike. And if they can do what they... if they can do what people say they can do, that's godlike. Even though it's probably technology, they might have the power of the gods. Whatever that is. Anyway, I like to think that since we're all made in their image, I think we all have the ability to do what they do to a degree. Right? Yeah. Well, that's why I have a problem with that quote. Created man in his own image. Just created in the image. So if we're hybrids and the Bible is correct, is this, or is it just 2 eyes, a nose with 2 holes, a mouth and ears? Does that constitute in his image? It doesn't have to be a perfect, right? It could just be his image. Our insides could be totally different. Our brain is probably different. I don't know. I think we get limited. We get the basic model. We don't have any upgrades, right? We don't have the special features. We don't have the subwoofer. We just got, 2 10s, mid-ranges, and a couple of tweeters. No subs, right? All right. We don't even have lane detection. Just basics. Not even electric windows. You got to roll them all up. Remember those days? Some of you probably never rolled up a window in your life. Right? I love that. What's up, Paul Geary? Nathan, how you doing? Claudia, howdy doody. You always look so, in that picture, you look like you're relaxed. Always. Right, Rebecca? Rebecca's always looking to get, she's like, you always look like the cat that swallowed the canary. Am I wrong? It looks like you swallowed that canary. You always got that look. It's a good look. I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's just, yeah, you see? Coming to get you. I love you. I'm kidding. Come on. You give that look. All right, let's get to work. He's a misogynist. Somebody said that's misogyny. How's that possible? All right. So before I get into this behind me, let's talk about what's being spoken in ufology by some people that we don't hear from that much. For instance, retired CIA officer John Ramirez. For the reality that there is a presence here, I think the word got out within the government that they're showing up in 2027, and we better be prepared. Ex-CIA officer on UFOs and aliens warns something big is coming. Are you out of your Vulcan minds? How could he say this? How can John Ramirez say such a thing? Oh my God, that is crazy talk. Crazy talk. Now, okay, get that out. Now you understand why Jeremy Corbell is bad. Because he says a lot of things, like a John Ramirez. What it does, it gives people fuel to talk ridiculously in public without any proof at all, without any way to back it up, without any evidence. Just saying stuff doesn't make it so. Hey, UFOs are going to be landing at the White House 2028-ish. Just want to let you know. I heard it. It's happening. Sure, why not? Hey, if John Ramirez can say what he's saying and Jeremy Corbell with impunity, they're just shooting at him, I'm going to say they're going to be here with bells on Christmas night. It's going to be 9 of them. Or maybe one in the front that's red and something in the back like a caboose. Maybe some bearded. It's just crazy talk. Isn't that amazing that a guy who's an ex-CIA officer on UFOs and aliens says something big is coming? That's not what she said. No, that's not. You're right about that. See, I don't make it up. Can you believe these people? I never trusted John Ramirez anyway. Anything that guy says. He reminds me of Esh. Who's that guy? Ahmed Esh. You know that foreigner dude? Esh? I can't remember the frickin' full name. In the 40s, the CIA became involved in UFOs, it says here. Since then, a number of former U.S. military personnel and CIA officers have advanced ufology by making stunning remarks. Okay, that did not and does not advance ufology. Why do they use these words? Do you see? How does it advance? It doesn't advance ufology just by making a remark. Former CIA and U.S. military officials, including James Woolsey, John Brennan, Jim Semivan, Eleganzo, and others, have described how the existence of reality all around us that we are unable to perceive could be a major aspect of the UFO phenomenon. True. All right. Since 2021, John Ramirez, who spent 25 years in the CIA, has been providing truthful insights into the UAPs that he learned in his career. He is a highly intelligent individual. That doesn't mean shit in this field. You know that? Do you know that? It doesn't matter how smart you are in this field, because every smart guy I see in this field isn't. They can't see the forest through the trees because of their own gullible beliefs and the script that they're being told they have to follow. Anybody working in the government is told what they can and cannot say, regardless of NDA. I'm telling you, these people don't want to lose their jobs. They're easy freaking jobs all of these people have. It's not hard. They don't do any heavy lifting, okay? All they do is get advice from people They go, oh, that makes sense. They take all the credit for the advice of the other people making the final decision. I mean, look at AOC. Probably the dumbest woman I've seen since Pelosi. Yeah, in Congress. My opinion, but I don't think I would have a problem proving that. But here we go with somebody else working in the government, making stunning remarks, and everybody's just dropping their pants and taking it and accepting it and loving it. Because you know why? It's fun. Yeah. Isn't it fun to think about the aliens coming by 2020? So that's only a few years. It's always a few years away. It's never next month. It's never a week away. It's never 6 months away. It's always a couple of years. This way they can say, oh, so many things have changed. It was going in that direction, but not anymore. You can't foresee these things. It swept under the rug. It's so easy to be John Ramirez. I do it every day. Except I do the opposite. I tell the truth. Hey, who's this guy? Rebveer, where have you been? Excellent, man. How are you? Man, it feels like an hour. Well, in the grand scheme of things, that's like a year. It's been a while, man. Good to see you. And that's a $20 plus $24 super dono. Comes back with pure love, just like that. Booyah! Thank you very much. Good to see you coming back and supporting the Goof On. That is really nice. I appreciate that. Let's give him one. There. No. Thank you for supporting Goof On. I was supposed to do a lot of things this week. I haven't been able to. It's been a really big week for me. Big, busy week. So, but a lot of good things are coming. Thank you, Rebveer. March. I told you guys, March is the month where Goof On takes another step towards the truth. Yeah, it's going to be a great month. March is going to be the best month ever for Goof On. I'm telling you. If we can survive it. Thank you, Rebveer. Mucho gusto generoso. Thanks, Bernie. I don't know if it's the best, but it's pretty close. I don't know. Depends on the mood. Hey, Rebellious Unknown. How you doing, Lynn and Dave? Good. All over next Thursday, perhaps? All right, I'll be there. See you at 9. Hey. Can't wait to go on. I hated missing this week. How dare you take that fun away from me? Do you know I almost cried? Now I'm going to cry because I'm happy because it's going to be Thursday. In just a few days. 5. It's 100 hours away. All right, let's get back to work. Welcome to the show, Lynn and Dave, the Hurleys. Hurley, do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do. Let's finish this. All right. So, don't you think it's interesting that this guy is saying this? Why? Why say this now? Hold on. Why say this 3 months ago? No, wait. It was updated yesterday. Okay. This I must have slipped by me, this story, but nonetheless, here we are. Updated, John Ramirez talking about aliens. I have to be honest here. It's almost as if they are prepping us for something, right? You could look at everything that's happened recently, and you can actually say, the balloon thing turned into UFOs, but not because of them, because of us. People are saying, UFOs, it had nothing to do with UFOs. A lot of people think it did. I don't. I think it's strange that they say they can't pick up the remains, they can't get to it. Give me a break. If it was a real bona fide UFO, they would have been there, dug a tunnel under the ground so nobody can see them leaving. You know what I mean? They can get that stuff. It's just probably not worth our time. And it did its job. The job was to distract us and not talk about the 3 train derailments and the nuclear waste flying over Ohio. Poor Palestine, is it? Anyway. Well, Ramirez made an appearance on Project Unity where he delivered a series of slides. Here, let me pull this back up. To assist researchers in navigating the FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act, if you want to get any articles or documents from the government. Ramirez was particularly helpful in identifying the appropriate agencies to contact when requesting particular types of information. The slides, which are available online, also include historical information about UFOs and current statements made by prominent former U.S. intelligence officials, including John Ratcliffe, and he stated a schematic on it. That's what it says. He stated a schematic on how to investigate a UFO in the CIA style. What? He stated a schematic. Oh, he showed us the schematics on how to investigate a UFO in the style of the CIA. So what does that mean? Shoot first, ask questions later? Yeah. Boom! Put your hands up! Oh. Boom! Stop moving! Ah, damn it. Boom! 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 Stop talking. Ramirez made assumptions regarding the current UFO disclosure procedure, and it appears that his opinions may have been influenced by members of the intelligence community, either current or former, or perhaps by individuals connected to the Department of Defense. During his interview with Project Unity, Ramirez claimed that the government does not currently discuss the UFO craft's occupants. And this is a significant comment from Ramirez, who has asserted his opinion that UFOs may indeed represent a form of non-human intelligence. Okay, we got it. But it also says he's not the first CIA agent to make the assertion that UFOs might be non-human intelligence. John Brennan, a former CIA director, suggested that UFOs might be a different form of life, Brennan said. He said, you try to ensure that you have as much data as possible in terms of visuals and also different types of maybe technical collection of sensors that you have at that time. Also, I believe it's important to reach out into other environments and find out, were there any type of weather phenomenon in that time that might have in fact created the appearance of the phenomena that you're looking at? Were there some things that were happening on the ground or other types of phenomena that could help explain what seems to be quite a mystery as far as what it is, what's there? You have to approach it with an open mind, but as much data as possible. You have to get that. As much expertise as possible brought to bear. Oh my God. Ramirez made an intriguing statement in response to the rumor that the U.S. government is reluctant to discuss the potential UFO occupants. This is unbelievable. Really. The Air Force and the exploitation of that type of technology made a mess of things, as when people see the triangular craft and they're not flying in space but in our atmosphere. It points to the fact that we know what the triangles are, and we want people to think they're seeing UFOs because then people won't know exactly what they're seeing. Exactly. Some speculated that Ramirez suggests that the United States Air Force may be responsible for sightings of triangular aircraft, which some have dubbed the TR-3B. On the Joe Rogan Experience, Tom DeShong implied that the United States government owned such vessels, but also said that some of them belong to other intelligence. DeLong claimed that triangle-shaped craft, assuming they contain tail fins, symbolize human technology. Oh boy. So we're quoting Tom DeLong and John Ramirez. I don't even know what to say. I think I said it all. I think it's dangerous to say that. It's dangerous to say that aliens will be here in 2027. Here's the deal. When they don't show up, can we blast this guy? I want, 3 years from now. That's how long GoofOn's been around. Just 3 years and a few months. October 2020, right? In 3 years, it's safe to say that many people will forget that he said that. Anyway, let's not. Let's move on. Huh. Oh boy, I got a lot of stuff here. Let me see. I still didn't play that Kerry Lake video, but that's politics and stuff. So, that would be fun to play, but not right now. Not that. I put this together this morning, so I don't remember everything in its place. Let me pull this up here. Here is a video. Nope, I'm not playing it. Let's get rid of that. Forget it. I've already played that. Get rid of that. I played that. And I played that. All right. Now I'm okay now. All right. This, man. Watch this. Just for fun. This is a 38-second video. Joe Rogan Experience. I don't know. I know I have it here from Hellfire Studios. It was a Twitter.
Recently you made an OnlyFans account. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Sure, Joe. So you may have heard that Tesla stocks are down the past year. So to recover a bit of cash flow, I wanted to share some tasteful nudes with the world.
So do you have your penis out on full display or what?
In some of them, yeah.
Okay, nice. In my own OnlyFans, I try to play around with strategic nudes. I don't mind showing my lovely nipples or having my stunning ass on display, but I've never had my cock out in full blast.
Yeah, it just depends on what you're comfortable with, right? I don't mind having my dick out. At home, I have it out all the time. It just made sense to share that aspect of my life with the world.
I thought they were getting absolutely ridiculous. So Intergalactic Overhaul says in the chat, something is gearing up. It's been gearing up for years. How far till the gears stop? Well, that's a very good question, Intergalactic Overhaul. And I'm going to give you the downright truth. The gears on the train will never stop. The wheels on the bus go round and round. They'll never stop because they make us look like clowns. They need UFOs in the sky to hide the technology. The government lies and everybody lies because lying's fun and it makes them funner. Everybody knows that you're Jeremy Corbell. When you speak, you are lying automatically. All right. Here's a tweet. Intergalactic. I hope that answers your question. It's never going to stop. There is never going to be disclosure. And now that we have an ex-CIA guy, because those guys are credible. CIA people are real credible. Anybody who works in the government, credible. A doctor, credible. Somebody in law enforcement, credible. Bullshit. Every single person who has ever told a story about UFOs is on the same level playing field. There is no one better, no one worse. I don't care if you're a doctor, a lawyer, or the president of the USA. And I don't care if you're a ditch digger, a homeless person, or you were just born. Your experiences are yours. Nobody can tell you differently. I can't tell you differently. But damn it, if you get it on video, we're going to scrutinize the shit out of you. But your story's a story. And we're hearing them. And every year, it's the same thing. Something big's going to happen. Not now. I mean, in 10 years. 10 years. All right. Well, you know what I want to happen next? There's a school where I live, right up the street. Why can't they land there? Let me be the John Mack of the 2023s. I'll be John Mack and I'll interview them. Did you feel anything? Did you see anything interesting? Did they talk to you? What was it? Do you like it when Scraps rubs up and down your leg? Have you ever seen a grown man naked? All right, check this out. We don't talk about him too much anymore, right? Maybe every other week, but UFO Jesus, he's the best, isn't he the worst? The most fascinating component of what Jeremy shared here is that we have limited communication with the builders of alleged recovered UAP. Do you see what they're doing? Do you see what he's trying to do? The builders. The builders. Stop trying to make it more interesting. You don't have to. It's already interesting. Just say aliens. If true, when will that overt communication exceed government channels? Because he's replying to Jeremy Corbell, saying from Michelangelo with this clip, and I don't think we heard this clip, but it says Jeremy Corbell is firing on all cylinders today. Oh, I played a part of this on the Russell Brand show. He claims he knows for certain. We did talk a little bit about this, that we have full intact craft, trying to reverse engineer them. Boy, I'm telling you know what he's doing? Watch. These craft are not from here. We've communicated with the NHI. Everything he said is not new information. This is the beginning of ufology. This is UFOlogy 101. He is not giving us new information. He's opening up a bag of shit with a new bow on it and his silly looking face. This is terrible, just terrible. Let's see what he said on the Brand show. I want to hear it and watch it. I want to see Jesus hands. I want to see crazy eyes. I want to hear Russell Brand say, are you out of your mind, mate?
Right. So I don't need to believe. I don't have the luxury of disbelief about this. It is my job.
Oh my God. I have to stop it. What do you mean? You don't have the luxury of disbelief. Why? Because you're getting in your own mind truthful information that is never proven, ever proven, 100%. Let's not forget what Jeremy Corbell does. He just gives us bullshit. It really is bullshit. I'm not trying to be a dick. It really is bullshit. There's nothing he's giving us, nothing he can say that will make us feel more confident about the narrative. That's for damn sure. And I'm rooting for him to come out. He's going to he throws up enough shit that something's going to stick. Somebody's going to give him real shit by accident. Nah. They're really careful about giving him things that look like other things. Have you noticed? Yeah. Nothing is definitive. That's ufology, Rich. That's the problem. Yeah. Then why are you saying it that these are guaranteed UFOs, you nitwit? You dunce cap. I forgot. Dunce cap. I love that.
To speak with people in different levels of government and the military and pilots. And, look, man, pilots. I don't have the luxury of disbelief. Whoops. I know for certain, and it has been proved to me beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we have full intact craft.
How? How does Jeremy Corbell know for a fact that we have that technology, that craft? How? How does he know? You know what? I'm going to come up with my own story, and I'm going to combat him, and I'm going to compete with that story. I'm going to say, I flew one with my mind, and you're going to believe it. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Half the people will believe me. People that don't know me, if I tell that story perfectly, God, I want to so bad. I want to create something. I can't. It would kill me. That's what sucks. about having to do the right thing every time. If you want to do something, well, maybe I'll announce it, but then everybody will know I'm joking around with them and it won't work. I just can't stand this guy. God, the fucking stupid shit he says. You have no proof beyond a shadow of... I know for a fact that he doesn't know that there's a craft intact somewhere in our arsenal or underground or whatever. No way. He doesn't know. Somebody may have told him, oh yeah, it's there. We have it. And he's like, oh, really? Oh, well, you would know because you're a smart CIA, FBI guy. You're a smart person. You're an admiral, a colonel, a lieutenant. Oh, yeah. They're the worst. They're the most corrupt. Anybody in power that's been in power for 3 or 4 years turns corrupt very quickly. When they join the job, it's not what they expected, but they do it for the benefits.
People in different levels of government and the military and pilots. And, look, man, I don't have the luxury of disbelief. I know for certain, and it has been proved to me beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we have...
How? Tell us how. How is it proven? How is it proven? Huh? I just spilt half my drink on my phone. How is it proven? Right? I have to stop it and talk. All he has to say is, somebody showed me a video of a room in a place, da-da-da-da-da. That's all he has to tell us, right? But he won't give us any additional information because he's a liar. A liar. And you can't prove it, Jeremy. And I don't care if you think this is slanderous. It isn't. Because you're making claims without showing us proof. The onus is on you, not me. You're making the claims, not me. And you're failing. You are a miserable researcher. You and George Knapp should be banned from ufology for all the bullshit you're giving us. It is just one lie after the other. It really is. They are giving us evidence where there's nothing that can prove that it is what they say it is. How are we putting up with this every single year? Every time they come up with something, everybody goes absolutely apeshit and then they bitch about it. But, we're so desperate because it's so rare to get any information or evidence. We'll keep putting up with it. And look, I don't mind it, really. I just feel bad for people that don't know the truth and they think he's the truth. And he has watered down ufology so much so that he's got followers like UFO Jesus and some other people in the field that think what he's doing is 100% correct, and they'll start doing it. And then it just snowballs into one bullshitter to another bullshitter. Because if Jeremy Corbell's setting an example of what evidence is, it's got to be the bottom of the barrel evidence because he's not proving anything. And everything he's given us is shit. So he's going to be teaching people how to show shit. That's why I'm mad. And when I show my sightings, I'm showing people how to do it right. Right? Big difference. Big difference.
Full intact craft and machines that we have been trying to reverse engineer. And I'll just say it, man. These machines, they're not from here. Whoever built these appear to be a non-human intelligence. Now, where they're from, because the word extraterrestrial means just not from Earth, but also the word alien. What is alien? Alien is anything that is alien to us, right? So I know for certain that there have been limited comms or communications with whoever these builders, we'll just call them occupants or builders of these craft are. Now, are we being told the truth when we've had these comms with these builders or occupants, right? And that I have no idea. How could I possibly know? But I do know that we have reverse engineering exploitation programs for non-terrestrial technology, and I have brought forward witnesses. I brought forward witnesses publicly as well as privately I brought witnesses forward. So within government, people know who they are. And I will be bringing a lot more people forward that have actually worked on these technologies.
Hey, let me ask you something. Did he bring anybody forward? Can I get somebody to answer that for me? Did he bring anybody forward that's new, that we haven't heard from before? I can't recall anybody that he says just now that he brought forward that corroborated this. What are their names? I want to replay that portion because I want to make sure I heard it right.
Terrestrial technology, and I have brought forward witnesses. I brought forward witnesses publicly as well as privately. I brought witnesses forward. So within government, people know who they are.
He's brought people forward publicly and privately, and people in government know who they are. What does that mean? Oh God, Hugo. Please give me a break. Word salad. Yeah, I know, right, Michelle? Privately? Hey, I brought this guy out privately. That's Jeremy Corbell painting a bigger picture than what he needs to. He's trying so hard to be liked, to be credible, to sound credible, just because he's mentioning that, these people, but no names. Who? Anybody? Has anybody heard? Thank you for joining the show tonight. I haven't. Tim Freestone. Well, back in 1970, you mean 70, I was walking in the deep woods and found this craft just sitting there, and the door was open and the keys were in it. So I jumped in and flowed that puppy. You know what, Tim? That sounds credible to me. I believe you. That's just as credible as anything Ding Dong here says. It really is. Jeremy Corbell's, what he's doing is he's, I didn't even think I was going to talk about him tonight at all, this long, but it bothers me to hear what he's saying. And it should bother everybody. It should bother everybody because he is one of the very few people that is making claims that can't be proven. Now, you just heard him say he's brought people out privately and publicly, yet I don't know who the hell these people are. Nobody does. Nobody does. Everybody in here, nobody. Nobody here, nobody. No. Never a follow-up. Right. You are, so am I, wasting your battery. Bernie Muro throwing down a £2, £2. No, just $2. $2 super dono right in the thick of the tyrannical ways of Corbell and crap. Ugh. Those guys are just bad. Bad for ufology. I don't know if that comment was made for me, the jealous comment, but that's really silly. Thanks, Bernie. Throwing down the love. I needed it right there, too. I can't believe the show's almost an hour old. 50 minutes already we're going. Thank you very much. You can help support Goof On the same way. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. And even join Goof On if you want. Or not. Anyway. All right, back to work. Thank you very much. Jammer Travels. AOC makes a lot more cash than you do and more followers than you, Goof On. That goosh all over her face. That's all she's good for. That's all she's good for. She is a waste of space. AOC is so stupid. I can't even watch. It's not even interesting anymore because you already know how stupid she is, but it is entertaining to watch. What? What? Please don't. If that's not true, can't be saying that stuff if it isn't. That's unbelievable right there. Well, let's get your sister on. So why is he getting eliminated? And MIB's like those other people? Do you mean why isn't he getting eliminated? I would think you meant why isn't he? Because that doesn't make sense. Why is he getting eliminated? I think you meant why isn't he? Right, Paul? I think that's what you meant. Wood Elf, I'll be right there. See, because he hasn't, and he never will show us real evidence. That's why. Soon as you have real, I almost said ancient, alien technology, if you legitimately have it and are not telling anybody, but let's say the government found out, oh, they're definitely going to follow you for a while, at least 30 days to see if there's anything, maybe 60 to see if you're lying low, and they can pick up a conversation with somebody. They'll spy on me. If I had alien technology in my presence and they found out about it, they could take me out, and rightfully so. If I went to somebody with that and told people, hey, I've got alien technology here, who do you think they're going to call? Their boss will call someone, and someone will call Bigelow. Bigelow will call them, they will call me, and then next thing you know, I'm dead. That's why if you are with alien child, if you have alien technology or any alien evidence, don't tell anybody. That's all I can say. Until you're really sure you've safeguarded your life and your families. Scary shit. You guys, really is. That's why I don't believe Corbell. You know, all these people, we know who it is. I'm not even sure if I know. I can't think of the guy's name who's giving him this information. Somebody told me and I forgot. But it's Jay Stratton, I think it is. That's who I think it is, giving him all this information. I think George Knapp said it without saying it when they had him on or talked to him, whatever. But that's what I believe. Diane's asking me what happened to me last night. I said in the beginning of the show I had to take it off. There was nothing I could do. I had some family business to take care of, and it fell right at that time. There was nothing I could do. And I wasn't feeling good either, but yeah, there was no chance I could have done a show. I actually got the thumbnail ready at 3 o'clock, and I was just about to post it, and then I got a call. I had to leave, so I couldn't do anything. Yeah, I had to go meet my dealer. Well, like I said the other night, I have family in town, and some things happened, and I had to go take care of my family. That's it. You guys, what, one day? Yeah. That's what happened. What's this? Hey, do not ask Richie about, never talk about family business on the show.
And I'll be bringing a lot more people forward that have actually worked on these technologies. Verified, bona fide, no mystery. They've been part of these reverse engineering SAP's special access programs. So look, man, it's happening. Now, what is the implication of this? And that's the huge question you just asked. You know, how could I possibly know? I know for me, I feel like I have a right to know, a need to know, and a personal duty to find out. But I also believe the global public has too. Look at it this way. If our universe, if the fabric of our reality, if the nature and the topography of what we understand to be real is vastly different than what we are being told, and that is known by certain parties from duty to find out.
What did he just say? This is so much fun. I love this shit. And I got so much show to do. I may go into 3 hours tonight. I have nothing else to do.
Out, but I also believe the global public
I do have to
has
finish
too.
working out.
Look at
I
it
can
this
do that
way.
at 9.
If our universe, if the fabric of our reality, if the nature and the topography of what we understand to be real is vastly different than what we are being told, and that is known by certain parties.
I wish he would stop this. It's known by certain parties. I only want to know the shit that we all know about. I want to know what we'll never know.
From mathematics and physics and material science to just the idea that we are not alone in the universe, and not only that, but we have had contact for a long durational period. Maybe we can't trust those we've had contact with. That's a
Not only have we spoken to aliens, you just said it, we've had contact. No. I mean, they're all around. 57 species, they're walking around with impunity. You wouldn't even know what they looked like, according to Corbell. They look just like you and me. Maybe a little bit cleaner, maybe a little less body hair, but they sure look like an albino human.
a big deal. Now, the reason for the secrecy, dude.
And the men in black are white. Hypocrisy and racism in ufology. Oh my God.
This is like so obvious once you really grasp it. It's so simple. This technology can be weaponized. We're talking about weapons of mass destruction.
Kind of like his mouth. Weapon of ass destruction.
The actual propulsion system in these craft are gravitational. If anybody can catch up with the material science to making these materials, which you would need atomic layering in a zero gravity environment.
He's just listening to Gary P. Nolan. And the P isn't for professor. I'm telling you, this guy, this is beautiful. Nobody knows how they work. Nobody knows. They're just guesswork. Nobody knows. We don't even know if that is gravity. We don't even know if they're anti-gravity. According to some astrophysicists, there's no such thing as gravity. How do you like them apples? Yeah. Ooh. Ah. I would love to debate Jeremy Corbell. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun. He would never come on here. I would treat him with respect like I said I would. But I'm not going out of my way.
If we were able to replicate that, let's say China does, let's say Russia does, all of a sudden what happens is that country has an advantage beyond anything that has ever occurred.
Wow, this is great. He's telling me stuff I've never heard before. Gee, this is really lame. This is so lame. Hey, guess what? Whoever gets the alien technology has a technological advance or a technological, what do they call it? Advantage. No shit, Sherlock. He's just telling us, so far I've stopped it 5, 6, 7 times. And every time I stopped it, he has told us something we have already heard. We already know. It's common knowledge. What is he saying? Nothing. And that's where we're stopping with it. He's not saying anything. Absolutely nothing. All he said, he says that we're reverse engineering found technology. We don't know if it's ET or extra testicle, right? But we have a craft or crafts that are intact, according to Corbell. And we can weaponize it. Yeah. Just like your personality. Yeah. We have been saying this for 5 years. Oh, you just attach a nuke to it and you can go 30,000 miles an hour. And I have been saying it. Third Phase of Moon has been saying it. Greer has been saying it. And now Corbell is finally catching up. Unbelievable. What an embarrassment. Really. It's just terrible. Just terrible. What a terrible, terrible, terrible part of ufology. Corbell and crap. They are absolutely, look, Knapp was fine when he first started. But the last 5 to 7 years, the guy is reaching. And I'm not sure if he's been reaching the whole time. I know some people who think he's great, and he may be great at being an investigative journalist. But George Crap is just like Corbell, and that's why they're friends and mentors to each other. Because those guys are in on it. They're in on the misinformation or disinformation, sorry. They're in on it. They are a disinfo couple of disinfo guys. They are. I have no other way to explain it other than that they are disinformation. Why? Why would they do that? I tell you why. I have a little theory I thought of just now. Remember when George Crap brought in Bob Lazar? Well, maybe the government did them a favor by not shutting that story down. Just hear me out. So now, many decades later, a couple of decades later, hey, George, Corbell's coming, trying to get Bob Lazar to do another movie, or do a movie. We need you to do us a favor this time. We need you and Jeremy. I don't know if you can do it, but I think you can, being a journalist. We need you to put some stories out to not make you look bad, but for the greater good of the United States of America. We need to put information out that isn't 100% a lie or the truth, but we need you guys to put this out and sell it. You owe us this. You gave us Bob Lazar and ruined a lot of shit. We could have taken you to jail. We could have fucked with you, but we didn't. So we need you to do this for us. We have 10 sightings we want to put out in 3 years. One of them, if not all of them, you're going to say they're not UFOs. We know that. But we need to do this PSYOP. We need to check, put everything back into the bottle that Elizondo uncorked. Even though it's not true, we need to put it back in. So we need you to put a few stories out for us. Or go to jail. God, I would love that if that was true. Huh. You want a little more before we get into this? So, rather be squidding. I don't know. I thought he blocked me, but he didn't. This popped up in my feed today. Another Corbell clip. He says, yikes! Statements like these without anything to back it up is why people immediately disregard the topic as rubbish. Because of what Corbell said. Listen to this. Didn't I play this already? Is this the same clip? I think it's the same clip. Let's see.
Right. So I don't need to believe. I don't have the luxury of...
Yeah, same clip. That's nice to see. Rather be squidding. Not buying into it either. So check this out. This comes from Jacques Fallet, one of the biggest stoners in ufology. Have you seen the stoner pictures of Jacques Vallée? They're everywhere on Twitter. So Jacques Corey Keel, he says in response to Jacques Vallée saying, "We are not dealing with successive waves of visitations from space. We're dealing with a control system." So Jacques Corey Keel says, "I think we may be ready to fall into a trap, perhaps a kind, benevolent pitfall. I believe that when we speak of UFO sightings as instances of space visitations, we are looking at the phenomena on the wrong level," says Jacques Vallée, Confrontations, 1988. So he's contradicting himself. Kids. That's why Jacques Vallée. No, I'm not a big fan. I've never been a fan of Jacques Vallée's. Always thought he was like Avi Loeb. That kind of gullibleness and almost like they suspend all their disbelief just to say something new and original. All right. I'm going to show you a couple of sightings, then we're getting into the amazing technology that's been found. So, this think tank on Twitter says, I told you guys there's a UFO flap happening right now, and this is in Mexico. Filmed July 5th. July 19th, 2022. Now you're showing this? Well, look at this video, actually. What do you think this is?
Háblale a las chicas que vengan rápido.
Larry! First of all, that is not moving, by the way. The clouds aren't moving. This is being faked. You understand that, right? This guy put the video up and the things aren't moving. Why? I thought this was moving. Oh, thank God. And then it stops. What the hell? All right, let's get to a place where they're moving. That's weird. It worked before. Oh, your sister's ass. Can you believe? Do you believe in love after life?
¡Rápido, súbanle!
Rapidos! Balloon! 99 white luft balloons, sucking air and moving through the wind and clouds very fast. You see them going past your ass. White balloons. Anyway, these are balloons. It looks good though, right? I don't know what's going on with this video. That's what I think of it. Now we don't give it any attention. So I showed you guys a video of mine of the star Sirius. Do you remember that? No. And I said it looked like an exploding star. I thought it was an object exploding in space. And I played that video for you guys, and everybody's like, whoa, that is unbelievable. And I said, yep, it is. It looks good, but it's nothing. It is just the star Sirius. Well, finally, 19 years later, somebody else has video of Sirius and was asking me, well, asking the world, what this object could be. So I said, I know exactly what it is, and I'm going to show it to you. So I showed it to him. And you know what he said? It's not even close. I said, it's exactly the same thing. He didn't get back after that. How could that not? He doesn't want his sighting to be debunked. How stupid are people? Don't you want the truth? So I'm going to show you mine, and then I'll show you his. Hey, yo. All right, here we go. I know some of you have seen this, but this is to show you why you don't throw away any of your evidence ever. Because someday it'll come back. Check it out. This is what I captured in 04 at 3:40. And they caught theirs at 3:15 in the morning. And that is the star Sirius. I'm a little bit out of focus. And that's what it looks like. And believe it or not, a lot of people that have recorded objects have used this as a UFO. And told everybody it's a UFO. Sirius is the only star that does this. Isn't that weird? I can't get any other star to do it. Not this sharp. But anyway, that's Sirius. That's not a UFO. So now I'll show you the guy's video. And you tell me if it looks similar or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, he caught it at 3:30 in the morning. I caught mine at 3:39. There it is. Right? I mean, come on. So this is why I am the best. I have so many videos of so many things that people mistake for UFOs. That's why I know what the F I'm doing. That's what 22,000 hours of skywatching will bring you. The knowledge. And I'm not bragging at all. It's just a fact that can't teach what you don't know. You understand? Somebody said, yeah, Sirius, yeah, he was to my south. Making him then above and out the, what? Oh my God, I don't know what these people are saying. He says, somebody says, what are the sparkling lights then? Stars? I can't deal with stupid. So, you see, that's why I know things. Got a lot of evidence just locked away upstairs. And there's things that I will never know because I never experienced it or haven't seen it. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying I know shit. That's all. That's all. I'm not trying to be like a big shot. But I will brag a little. I do know a lot of shit. That's for damn sure. All right. It is. I saw what time it is. And you're right. You're right. It is that time. And I give you, let's take a 2-minute break. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Come on, everybody. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What are they? Why are they? What do they mean?
change. All right. Yeah, that's going to be me in 20 years. It's going to be me in 5. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, I did. All right. Let me pull up. I should have got the video ready. Huh? Yeah. Rich. Oh, no. No. Hey. Oh, here we go. Okay. I want to show you this first. We did a, I'm such a dick. Give me a second. I'm going to pull up a very, very good video that we put together a few years ago on TPOM. And it had to do with the Antikythera and some other objects that had no explanation. Remember, we were going to go and take this one spark plug looking thing to get it checked out. And this guy was all for it to get it analyzed. And then all of a sudden he says he got paranoid and he tried hiding it in the roof of his house, slipped out of his hand, landed on the ground, rolled off the roof and broke. He says it's ruined. You can't go get it analyzed now. I'm like, oh my God. He didn't want to do it from the beginning. But, during the scandemic, we were out there, man. We were third phase, me and all the other panel members were putting a lot of, we put out 50, I think, 50 mini documentaries over the pandemic. One summer, I think, right? 4 or 5 months. So I'm looking for it. This video is really good. I know I should have got it before, but I didn't. Oh, God. What's wrong with me? I'm just looking for it real quick. I don't know where it is. It should be right here. I know what the thumbnail looks like. At least I thought I did. What are they? Why are they? Oh, I'm right around there now. I know where I am. Okay. What do they mean? What do they mean? Avengers of world change. All right, here we go. Michael Schratt, that was a good episode right there. Oh, that was a good one too. Isn't this it? Now, let me see if this is it. No. It's got to be right here. Oh, wait. No. Find it. Stargates. I don't think that's it. New secret. No. I know that the thumbnail had the objects on it. That's why. That's what I'm looking for. The objects that we went over. The Antikythera. That's the world's oldest computer, right? It's like 1,100 years old or something. But it's really like it does a lot of different things. Tells you when certain celestial events are going to happen and things of that nature. Wow, this must have been over a year ago because I still can't find this thing. Oh, wait, maybe that's it. Nope. Here it is. 2 years ago. Yeah, 500,000-year-old machine discovered. Ancient alien technology. This is what I was looking for. All right. So let's watch this together. And I have some other videos we're going to talk about, but I have some Brian Forster I want to show you. So we're going to be here for a little bit. It's like we're just starting now, just so you know. We've got a ways to go. Let me get rid of that. I don't know why that's still playing. There we go. Thank you. Gosh. Whoops, wrong one. That was Linda Moulton Howe. Yeah, big story from a couple months ago. You remember this story? Linda Moulton Howe was seen shopping at Walmart in skin-tight skinny jeans, a tube top, and a bandana. Very large sunglasses, monster wig, and lipstick like Mick Jagger. True story. Hot mess. What was I doing? Hold on. I saw a super chat pop up. Don Mofo, hold on. Excuse me. Here we go in 3, 2. Don Mofo throwing down $2 super dono. Agoosh. Pure love, man. Thank you very much for the super dono. A continuing supporter of Goof On. I always get you and Bernie mixed up for some reason. Thank you, Don Mofo. I don't know how I do it, but I do it. Not on this show, like when I'm thinking and processing life. Thank you, Don. Mucho gusto, man. Generoso. Continuing supporter of Goof On, of course. All right, well, here we go. Pull this up in 5. Whoa, where'd it go? Oh, I already moved it. All right, here we go. 5, 4.
So there's one artifact that stands out, in my opinion, that could be the smoking gun in regards to an advanced civilization that once existed possibly 500,000 years ago.
Oh!
It's the Koso artifact. And it was found by these rock hunters that were searching in the mountains of California. They're trying to supply their little rock store with individual kind of rocks as they put in their collection. But they brought one of these home, and they're known as geodes. And they opened it up, and what they found inside resembled something that they couldn't explain. But they thought that it could be evidence of a civilization that existed 500,000 years ago. So let's wrap our head around this. An artifact that resembles some kind of spark plug or energy device. People were kind of baffled about what this was, and it went on for decades. But recently...
Hold on. I have to do this. And I'm really, really, really sorry that I didn't see this for some reason until now. It just popped up, but it says an hour ago that Kathy Leesburg donated $20 on PayPal. And I hope you're still here and see that. I'll try to find and say thank you if you're not getting the thank you now. I am so sorry that took so long. I'm very upset. And she says, feed your head. All right. And I will. Thank you, Kathy. Really appreciate that. I don't know if she's here. I haven't seen her. All right, here we go. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. Samo and everybody, whoever's here, let her know if she's still here, please. Oh, there you are. Yay. Yeah, thank you so much for that. I'm sorry it took so long. I had my ringer off, so I didn't hear it pop in. I'm sorry. That's what happened. I just realized it. But that is a very generous support donation. Thank you very much, Kathy. Appreciate it. Really do. All right, here we go. Had to stop for that. You know me.
In the last 10 years, there was some study done on this Koso artifact, and some people state that this isn't an artifact from an ancient civilization, but it's in fact
look how young
a spark
they looked.
plug from the Model T Ford from the 1920s, known as the Champion spark plug to be exact. But now people are still looking at this mystery a little closer, and some people are finding that they can't find the exact match. They've reached out to spark plug experts, historians in the industry, and to this day, they have not found the exact match or like kind of manufacturing. They say it resembles the spark plug, but it isn't the exact match of the Model T Ford Champion spark plug. So even to this day, there's a lot of controversy behind it. And some people say, well, it's in the geode. And to form a geode, like a rock around this thing, it would have to be 500,000 years old. That's how old geodes are.
A Russian university and paleontologist did a study on this particular rock and deemed it to be 250 to maybe 200 million years old. Now the question becomes, who built this computer chip? What advanced race could have existed 200 to 250 million years ago? Well, that's the big question.
How does that get in there? How? How does it get inside the rocks? Million? 2 million years ago. I mean, is that what he said? 200 million years ago or something? Oh my God, that's just, even if it's 30,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago. But when you're talking in tens of thousands to millions of years, and they're finding artifacts embedded in the rocks, in the golides, whatever they're called, how do you deny that that is that old? If it's grown and the rock has grown around it and it's deteriorated and broken down because of time and 2 million to 200 million years, whatever it is, and that's the natural degradation of that object in the rock, that's exactly what would happen if it was in the rock 200 million years ago. Crazy, crazy, crazy to even think. I can't even fathom it. You know what that means, right? It means one of two things, or two of three things. Time travel is real. Three things. Somehow, technology that's new in the last 100 years or so somehow got mixed in with these rocks, and we're wrong. It'd be very hard to be wrong about how old they are at this point. But then the third thing would be it's from an ancient civilization that had technology, electricity, similar to what we have today, but different. Because a computer chip or something that looks like a computer chip, to me, it looks like something that may be used in a computer. I'm not sure. But come on, man. This is just too weird. This is what I like more than anything, is finding these technologies hidden in places they shouldn't even exist. How?
Has there been other discoveries found throughout the world that's hidden within rocks that produce evidence of this kind? What are we looking at here? Some people even speculate that this could be indeed just a natural fossil formation found and embedded in rocks naturally. We're looking at some.
Okay, when I come up and I'm talking, no laughing. I know what I look like. That was me at my lowest right there. That's me with my 70-year-old body physique. You'll see. God, I look like I'm dead.
Something like this, and I don't see any detail.
I can't even believe I'm showing this.
What I'm looking at looks to me like a computer chip. With this amazing science and technology, how could it have been made hundreds to 200 million years ago? That's the big question.
The Antikythera mechanism is one of the greatest finds of the last century or so. Just around the turn of the century, 1900, treasure hunters were along a very traveled route that the Romans used to sail their ships and deliver goods to other places. And they found along the route some bronze statues and all sorts of different pottery and a lot of weird stuff, including the Antikythera mechanism. As soon as they started taking this out of the water, it started to disintegrate. So they had to be very careful with it. It's in the water 2,000 years. When they put high resolution imagery up to this thing and were able to look inside, they noticed there were interlocking gears of high ingenuity, which means extreme intelligence. Not only that, there was seemingly found on the sides of it an instruction manual. It was inscribed on the side on what it does. The scientists compared the numbers inscribed in the text to the number of teeth were in the gears, which is amazing by itself. And their arrangement...
Who's that guy?
They applied them to known astronomical cycles of antiquity. So not only that, you can apply what this Antikythera mechanism is showing you, turn a dial, pick a date, and you can see where the sun the moon, and the stars were aligned. All of the writings are from that period, so there's no doubt it came from that time, about 340 BC. Now, the front that faces you has a real large disc on it. Not real, it's the largest disc or gear. And that shows the number of days in a year. The next dial is the 12 signs of the zodiac. And if you turn this little lever on the side, you can put a date in that you wanted to go to, and it would show you where the sun, the moon, and solar eclipses, lunar eclipses.
Speak!
There's a spiral dial which shows the eclipses of the sun and the moon, which is, it's amazing. You see this thing and it looks like gears, and then it connects to the other gears on the bottom. It is wild, wild technology. Especially, they're calling it the first computer.
Let's talk about the...
Love me that first computer. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Lots of strange things. Here's some interesting things. Here's what's his name? What's his name? Brian Forster.
Build these megalithic structures. Who did?
Well, Blake, the Inca could not have built the megalithic structures because they were a Bronze Age people. And the stone that was cut and shaped is much harder than bronze. The basic principle you have to work with is that your tool has to be harder than the material you're cutting. And therefore, it's clear, also based on weathering, that these megalithic structures are much older than the Inca civilization and had to have been made by a very advanced technological civilization. The only options I think we have are either the so-called Atlanteans or extraterrestrials.
You mentioned high technology a few times in your videos. Can I ask you what your theories are of some of the tools that were involved in making these megastructures?
The tools used to make the megalithic structures in the highlands of Peru we have to assume that they were beyond our present capability in the 21st century. And so in Egypt, for example, we see evidence of saw and drill technology, but in the highlands of Peru, it honestly appears as if this ancient civilization was able to change the molecular nature of the stone itself and turn it into almost like a marshmallow material temporarily.
Historians and experts have their own theories on how old these megastructures really are. What's your thoughts on the true origin of their age?
The age of the megalithic structures, we have to presume, are 12,000 plus years old. And this is based on the idea that there was a cataclysmic event or series of cataclysmic events that occurred on the planet about 12,000 years ago. And this is being backed up by science today.
12,800 years ago.
Symbols carved into stone at an archaeological site in Turkey.
Hey, by the way, if you guys haven't watched Graham Hancock on Netflix, you got to check out the new discoveries at Giza and all around the world. I mean, the things that they found, that's what gave me the idea to do this too, because I just watched an episode the other day. And my God, I forgot to finish watching it. It's just amazing. The evidence for ancient technology, it's all over. It's everywhere. It literally is everywhere on the planet. What I want to live long enough for is to see Antarctica melt and see what the hell's underneath all that ice. You know when that ice starts melting, if it ever does. The shit that's got to be sitting under there. Why don't they do any LiDAR over there? They did it in Africa. I don't know why. Did they do it in Antarctica? I don't know if they did yet. They might have. But Göbekli Tepe is just ridiculous. And there's another place that they think might be older than Göbekli Göbekli Tepe. I can't remember the name, but I think it starts with an O. And it's similar to Göbekli, but it's different. And what they think they're seeing are the earlier versions of the current, like when they first got this new technology, it looks like they weren't really good at it. And apparently maybe they mastered it, but that's what they're saying. That's what the older stuff looks like. Like, yeah, they weren't as good as the one in Göbekli or whatever it is, but it's very close. But this may be the early, the beginnings of this technology that is all around the world, and they're finding it, a lot of this shit buried, and they've only unearthed 7% of Göbekli Tepe. There's so much under there. They did a whole LiDAR scan of the area, and there's like 7 or 8 other circles that have all of these megaliths inside. I think there's 60 of them. I don't know. It's a lot, but it's crazy. And we won't even see half of it in our lifetime. That's the shitty thing. I want them to just bulldoze that shit. Come on. I want to see it. Here, check this out. This is good stuff. Megalithic camp. How do they do it?
The use of drones or
and like Brian Forster said, you have to have a tool that's harder than granite to cut granite. Diamonds? Laser? What did they use? They're saying they used some sort of... They just don't know. But they can tell by the spin rate, how fast it was spinning, the drill bit or whatever it is. They see all that. They can tell all that stuff. And they're like, that was a tool. That's not that. No human hand can move something that quick. It's done by a machine. I love this shit, man. I wish I could go back in time. We all do, but
copters, as I prefer to call them,
I love this.
Give you an unprecedented view of the megalithic structures because you literally can see from a bird's eyes point of view. Also, you can scan the area to see if there are other structures in the area that you can't see from the ground. And so it's a phenomenal new tool that is opening up possibilities, explanations, and views that we never had before.
Now, Brian, we're looking at this incredible geometric shape embedded in the side of the mountain. What could have made this? What was the tools behind it? Some people are saying it's a moon calendar.
The site you're referring to is called Kiarumiok, which in the Inca language means the stones of the moon. But of course, the Inca didn't make it. It had to have been made probably with advanced technology, and the weathering on the stone surface shows us that it's incredibly ancient. Some people...
Look at that. Look how clean. I remember talking to friends back in the day, maybe 5-6 years ago, about ancient aliens. And they're like, ancient aliens is all fake, Rich. Like, what? It's all fake. Everything they're talking about is a lie. I'm like, no, it's not. How do you know? Dude, haven't you ever seen Debunking Ancient Aliens? And I'm like, didn't even know it existed. Dude, you call yourself a ufologist and you're not even watching Debunking Ancient Aliens? I said, no. To this day, I still haven't. And I don't know why I haven't. It's because I stopped watching it 10 years ago and realized they're just repeating stuff over and over and over again. I will have to do a part 2 someday. Debunking Ancient Alien. And people say that the reason all of these structures are as detailed as they are, it's because they didn't have social media. They didn't have TV. This is all they did. Every day, all day. This is what gave them purpose. And they made everything perfect. I'm like, so at a quarry such as this one, they made it look perfect because they had nothing better to do? That was one of my questions. I'm like, you can see here, obviously they weren't finished doing whatever they were doing. But that already, to me, looks impressive. You know? And you can't deny the spin rate that they can tell how a drill went into. They just know what it looks like. Forensics of drills, I guess.
People theorized that it was a moon calendar. Other people theorized that it was a solar calendar. Possibly it was both, but the local people themselves and academics have no explanation as to who made it, when,
I don't even think it was finished,
and
I
what
heard.
its original function was.
Yeah.
The Inca probably used it as a ceremonial site, but they used all of the megalithic places as ceremonial sites.
Wow.
Incredibly
Look
ancient.
how big it is, watch.
Some people theorize that it was
when
a
the
moon
camera
calendar.
goes by.
Other people theorize
I didn't
that it
realize
was a
how big
solar
it was.
calendar. Possibly it was both, but the local people themselves and academics have no explanation as to who made it, when, why, and what its original function was. The Inca probably used it as a ceremonial site, but they used all of the megalithic places as ceremonial sites.
Look at how big it is on the side here. See, it looks different from the front facing front, right? That thing's huge. It's huge. That's why it's impressive. All right, what else are there? Oh, the H blocks. How do they make this stuff? Oh, I'm going to get my tunnel video.
Of the gray andesite. It's not an even magnetism difference that we find, but it depends on the surface that you're scanning.
So what Dr. Ken is showing you now is the natural magnetism of the area. And then when he comes close to the stone, again, about a 180-degree change. And here are some of the magnetic anomalies that we are studying. This is in the center of one of the H blocks.
It's crazy.
Notice the compass moves 180 degrees and then 90 degrees more.
Wow.
And then becomes somewhat erratic. So no one understands fully what is going on with the magnetism here. It's not simply the fact that the stone contains magnetite. It means that the magnetism has been altered. Possibly it relates to the shapes of the H blocks and other stones themselves.
Man.
And then here we have Dr. Ken on the stone that has the groove in it with the holes.
Yep.
Again, notice what happens to the compass needle.
Jesus.
Absolutely amazing.
Why though?
So that's my present study, is to try to correlate the relationship between the shaping of the stone, magnetism, and the incredible flat surfaces that we encounter at Pumapunku, which again, most academics believe were made by the Tiwanaku civilization 2,000 to 1,000 years ago. But it's clear whoever created Pumapunku had very advanced, lost, ancient, high technology.
Now, Brian, this is my final question for you. And again, this is a personal question. In your own gut, what is your belief of how these ancient structures were created? Do you think that we as humanity created them, or do you think that they were created by extraterrestrials or non-terrestrial beings that did not originate from this earth?
Again, the fact that many of the megalithic structures, if not all of them, in the highlands of Peru and Bolivia were made using very advanced technology, in some cases technology we don't have in the 21st century,
Look at that.
tells me quite strongly that, again, there was possibly a very advanced human civilization that did it, or it was extraterrestrial in nature. Now, I'm beginning to think less and less that it was done by an advanced human civilization, because we would have to see cultural development. We don't see that. So either the human civilization was destroyed by ancient cataclysmic events 12,000 years ago, or that extraterrestrials were here at that time and they constructed these megalithic structures.
The interesting thing about the destruction of what is that? Teotihuacan? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Göbekli Tepe, all those places. It doesn't look like a bomb went off, right? It does look like it was like a tsunami that came through and knocked all the blocks over and scattered them everywhere. Because none of the blocks have blast marks on them. You know what I mean? There's not shrapnel embedded into these. So it was water that came rushing in, unearthed these things and scattered them up and got them all mixed up. Some of them some of them survived, some of them made it. And we're seeing the destruction of something that was taken down by a flood. And with the way they explained it and the way I explained it, it's a little different. But it makes sense. That's what it looks like. It's amazing. All right, what else we got on here? The wood. Oh, that's interesting, but... Oh, here we go. I like this. Sphinx. Sphinxy. Here we go. Secret passage.
He has possession of these incredible artifacts, information.
Well, we do know, thanks to Robert Schoch, that there is at least one chamber underneath the great pause of the Sphinx, and that it has been excavated, and any artifacts, if they existed, would have been removed. We also know that there's a huge series of tunnels under the Giza Plateau that go from north to south and east to west.
And where could they possibly lead? It just goes on and on, the mysteries of Egypt and the Sphinx itself. There are these photos of photographic historic evidence of what it appears to be some kind of like manhole on the top of the Sphinx's head itself.
You put your weed in there. That's where
yeah, there are actually some old photographs of a man standing inside of it. It's been covered in concrete since that time, so it's we're not sure if it's actually an entrance to the hollow core of the Sphinx or if it's simply a depression in the top. That's something that would require something like a drone or a quadcopter to fly over and see.
Look at it, man. It's so wild. It's buried. You never see it like this. I just realized what I was looking at. I'm like, no way. It's very rare. They covered that hole because that's where they scooped the brains out.
Yeah, and they're not allowing any drone flights over there, I take.
Not at all.
That's bullshit.
Okay, so who really is in charge of this, historic, amazing, location? And is the government over there doing any kind of new exploration or excavation of the area?
Yeah, since Zahi Hawass was basically kicked out because of corruption and other things alleged, I think in the last 2 years, there's a new Ministry of Antiquities who's actually much more open-minded, and he's opening up sites that have previously been prohibited to the general public.
Look at that.
At least the access is opening up now. So basically, who really built the Sphinx, in your opinion? A lot of people are giving the pharaohs the credit.
Well, we do know, thanks to geologists, there are actually 200 of them around the world that have confirmed that the vertical weathering on the Sphinx had to have been done by precipitation. So extensive rain over hundreds, if not thousands of years. And the last time the climate in that area would have been that wet would be at least 10,000 years ago. So that's twice the age of the dynastic Egyptian or pharaonic culture. But whether it's 12,000 or 20,000 or 30,000 will require more geological analysis. But we do know that whatever culture did this had to have high technology of some kind, because the area the Sphinx is called the Sphinx enclosure.
Are you kidding me?
And all the stone that was removed to reveal the Sphinx is right in front of it, which is the Sphinx temple. And there you have multi-ton blocks, some 40 tons or more in size. Most Egyptologists believe that the Sphinx is probably about 4,500 years old and is contemporary with the construction of the Great Pyramid. But again, They're speculating, whereas the geological evidence is proving that it has to be at least 10,000 years old.
Wow. I love that. I thought the tunnels were here, though. I guess not. There is definite evidence that the Sphinx has water erosion. We showed it the other day. And wind erosion. There was an archaeologist or a geologist, whatever you want to call it. He showed 2 samples to his peers, and they all agreed. Does this look like water erosion? Yes. Does this look like wind erosion? Yes. Well, this is both from the Sphinx. And everybody went, huh? That's impossible. That's why the Sphinx is still there. Because when the flood came, it flooded it with all this mud and silt. You know, that real fine dirt that's usually at the bottom of a lake, a river, an ocean, or whatever. All that came in there, protected it all those years. And then when the water receded, it was still protected because it was underneath all that for 9,000 years. Until 40, 50s? Unbelievable. And the little French guy, what was his name? It was the warrior, Napoleon. They didn't fire their cannons at the nose of the Sphinx. That's just bullshit. It never happened. I don't know why people said that, but they think it was the Egyptians who came in that took off the nose and claimed it and reshaped it. And originally, they think it might be a dog. I can't remember the name of the dogs. There's 2 dogs, one pointing north and the other one pointing south, protecting the pyramids, the Sphinx. There's supposed to be another Sphinx there, facing the other way. But so far, no luck. But they know where it should be. And it should be there because there's drawings of 2 of them. That's why. Maybe someday they'll find the other one. Maybe, just maybe, that's the Sphinx with all the secrets in it. Maybe they're talking about that sphincter. You knew it was coming. Sphincter. All right. COVID. Why does he say COVID after he coughs? Because it wards off the COVID. By the way, all right, I'm going to tell you what happened yesterday. I broke my pinky toe. Yeah, I broke it. And, took myself, went to the hospital, all that stuff. So, I'll tell you how it happened. You're going to be like, huh? I always wear shoes now, except to bed. But I have these slip-on Nike shoes that I keep next to the bed. So when I get out, I put them on. Why do I do this? My feet are always on fire. They always feel like they're either really cold or burning. Like, when your foot falls asleep and you hit it and it hurts? My feet feel like that all the time. And I also, it's diabetic neuropathy is what it's called. My nerve endings haven't fired. It's bullshit. It happens with diabetics who don't take care of themselves like me, but I can't take any medication. I have to actually eat right. And that's the only way I'm going to be able to beat this thing. And I started eating right. Things just aren't better yet. Now, I can't feel 80% in my feet, maybe 85%. I can move my toes, do everything normally. I walk, I run. It's just, that's the way it is. Same thing with these 2 fingers here and these 2 fingers here. And my shins feel like there's always a cold breeze on it. So I've had it for 9 years. It's not getting worse. It's not getting better. Nothing. We've tried a lot of things. But anyway, I put my shoe on. I have my sock on my foot. Let's say this is the pinky. So I'm putting my foot into the shoe, and my pinky toe, I didn't feel it, got stuck on the outer edge of the thing. I put my foot in, my pinky toe bent backwards, didn't even know it. I stand up, and I'm like, something in my shoe. I take off my shoe, pinky toe's bent. Oh, I can move it, flick it, don't even feel it. It does this. So my sister, who was a paramedic for many years, worked in like a Dr. Greer type of person. I had her look at it yesterday, and she says, Anna, it's not that bad, but if it starts to get more black and blue and it gets to this level, go back to the doctor because you could have gangrene and you won't know it. So I kept looking at my foot, here and there. It hasn't gotten worse. And I feel something happen, but there's nothing they can do. They're not going to put a cast on it. And because I wear shoes all day and pretty much all night, my feet are pretty secure. And the reason I wear the shoes, because I think I fractured my big toe stubbing it and didn't know it. And ever since then, I started keeping shoes on or slip-on stuff so my feet are protected until I can reverse this diabetic neuropathy, which can be reversed. And I've already gotten my blood pressure down perfect. I took my blood pressure today, 117 over 77, and my heartbeat was 77. And then I did it later on, it was 116 over 76, and heartbeat was at 76. So I got that part. My blood pressure has been good now for 6 months. Ever since my meals have just been drinks 90% of the time, things are starting to get better. I can actually feel a little more in my shins. Things are starting to turn around. So I'm trying to now eat perfectly. And that means I don't eat any eggs. I don't eat, bread or bacon. I'm not eating anything. No popcorn, no chips, nothing. Popcorn made me lose my freaking mind. I had that big popcorn in St. Augustine with the huge Coke. Worst thing I ever did. Anyway, that's what happened. And it was like 3.5 hours of my time down there. Freaking A. So it's bad. Anyway, I'm going to play this clip right here. I see it's already 7, and I said I was going to go long, but I just realized something. I have to take care of my parents' dog, so I got to get going. But I'm going to leave you with my favorite hobby, drone flying, and see if you can see the aliens. I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate the support. Moderators and super chatters, thank you for your time, your support, everything. And newcomers and veterans, thank you very much for supporting the show. Hey, what happened? Uh-oh. Okay, I was just checking to see if I had anything else pop in. And there's Bernie. Did I get this one? Bernie Muro throwing down $2, $2. Thank you again for the continuing support tonight and ongoing. Mucho gusto, generoso. I know, I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. I hope it was a good show. It was supposed to be better than it was, but thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. Bernie, thank you for the support again. I appreciate it. And everybody else, we'll be back tomorrow at 7. Regular time. Saturday's the only day we go 5. 7 o'clock, Sunday through Friday. And don't forget, what Goof On brings is truthology for ufology. That's what we bring. I think we do. And I appreciate all the new people coming here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And have a great rest of your weekend. Tomorrow is only going to be 87 here in Florida and sunny. So I'm going to the beach. I'm going to go to Clearwater tomorrow. I'm going to interview people here in my city. It's going to be a good day tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Be safe. Alien bless. Huh? Oh. It didn't go? We're still here? All right, alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul. What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
One more. I've got a good one. I have to show you this one. This one you'll really enjoy because you can never go back there. Hold on. I got it. Wow. This is good. Okay, you ready? This. Get the good one. I think we're close.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.
That's it. I'm checking out. I gotta go. Alien Blessed. We'll do it again tomorrow. I'll get some much better videos. Promise. Take care, everybody. Thank you. It was fun. Giddy up.